Hey friends, welcome to the Time for Living podcast, your ultimate guide to finding the time you need to crush your business dreams while still having time to live your one beautiful life. I'm your host, Lucy Clark, a devoted boy mum, dedicated business owner and time-finding expert. Say goodbye to the I'm too busy mindset that's holding you back from growing your online business. No more feeling overwhelmed or stuck in the same place year after year. Each week, we'll dive deep into strategies for being intentional with your precious time so you can hit those business goals while still making time for yourself and your family. If you're ready to create more time, get practical tips and prioritize the steps that will make the biggest impact on your business and life, then you're in the right spot. Pop in your earbuds, steal a quiet moment, and let's find time together. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome to the Time for Living family. I see you, the woman who's always 2 steps ahead, juggling work deadlines, family needs, and a calendar that never seems to quit. You're the one everyone counts on, the one who keeps it all together, the one who rarely lets a ball drop. But let me ask you something real. When was the last time you actually showed up for yourself? Not just for your to-do list or for everyone else's expectations, but for your own dreams. If you're listening right now and you feel like your biggest hopes are always the first thing to get pushed aside when life gets busy, I want you to know you're not alone. That feeling of being stretched thin, of wanting so much more but never quite finding the time for it, is something so many ambitious women carry quietly. You're driven, you're capable, and yet your own goals can end up on the back burner while you're making things happen for everyone else. Here's the truth. It doesn't have to be this way. This week, I'm sharing the missing link to real-time freedom, one powerful shift that can help you reclaim control over your schedule and your life. If you're ready to stop sacrificing your dreams and start making them a priority, you're exactly where you need to be. Let's get started on this journey together. Let's talk about something that doesn't get said enough. Willpower is not the problem. I know you've heard it before. Just try harder, push through, muster up the discipline. But if you're anything like me, you've already been trying. You've been pushing, hustling, and giving your all. And yet it still feels like there's never enough energy left for your own dreams at the end of the day. Here's the real issue. You're running on empty, trying to do everything perfectly, and it's just not sustainable. You're not failing because you lack willpower. You're exhausted because you're carrying so much at work, at home, in your relationships, and you're holding yourself to a standard that no one could possibly meet all the time. Perfectionism is sneaky. It whispers that if you can't do it all, you shouldn't do it at all. But that's not true. The truth is, real change doesn't come from grand gestures or all or nothing thinking. It comes from showing up for yourself day after day in small but meaningful ways. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about being relentless in honoring your own goals, even when life is messy and unpredictable. It's about giving yourself permission to take small steps, even when you wish you could leap. And here's the best part. You don't need more hours in the day. You need a system, a way of living and working that respects both your ambition and your humanity. A system that allows you to move forward even when you're tired, even when things don't go as planned. That's how real, lasting change happens. And that's exactly what we're going to explore together today. Let's get real for a moment. Those big, audacious goals you carry in your heart, the ones you think about on your morning commute or while you're folding laundry late at night. They're not achieved in one giant leap. No one wakes up one morning with a best-selling book written, a thriving business launched, a marathon medal hanging on the wall, just because they wish for it hard enough. These dreams are built brick by brick with tiny, consistent actions, micro habits that fit even into your busiest day. And I know what you're thinking. Sure, that sounds nice, but my life is already packed. Where am I supposed to find time for anything extra? Here's the truth. Micro habits aren't about adding more to your plate. They're about making the most of the small pockets of time you already have. They're about stacking tiny wins day after day until suddenly you look up and realize you've built something extraordinary. So let's break it down. I want you to see how you can start moving the needle in every area of your life with just 3 minutes a day. Yes, really, 3 minutes. I'm going to walk you through 6 domains that make up a truly thriving life. And for each one, I'll share a lofty goal and then show you how a micro habit can bring that vision closer, one tiny step at a time. First up, family, friends, and love. For so many of us, the relationships that matter most can easily get lost in the shuffle of work, errands, and endless obligations. Maybe you've promised yourself that you'll plan that date night, call your best friend, or finally write a message to your grandma. But then the week gets away from you and it just doesn't happen. The lofty goal here is to deepen your relationships and create lasting bonds, the kind of connections that fill your heart and remind you what really matters. But what if, instead of waiting for the perfect moment to do something grand, you started with something small? Here's your micro habit. Send a thoughtful text or a quick voice note to a loved one each morning. It could be as simple as, "Hey, thinking of you, hope you have a great day." Or, "Just wanted to say I love you." 3 minutes tops. But over time, those small gestures add up. They spark conversations, keep you connected, and let your people know they're on your mind. And you feel that sense of belonging and warmth even on your busiest days. Next, let's talk about health and wellness. This is the foundation of everything else. When you feel energized, strong, and resilient, you show up as your best self in every area of your life. But so often, health gets pushed aside for later, after the next deadline, after the kids are in bed, after things settle down. The lofty goal here is to truly care for your body and mind so you can thrive, not just survive. So what's a micro habit that can move you in that direction? Try this. Do a 3-minute stretch or deep breathing exercise right after you wake up. No fancy yoga mat required. Just a few minutes to roll your shoulders, reach for the ceiling, and take some slow, intentional breaths. Or if you prefer, set a timer and do a quick walk around your house or office. These tiny acts signal to your brain and body that you're worth caring for, and they build a foundation of wellness that supports everything else you do. Now let's move to environment and home life. Your environment has a huge impact on your mood, your energy, and your ability to focus. We all dream of a peaceful, inspiring home that feels like a sanctuary. But it's easy to get overwhelmed by clutter or unfinished projects. The lofty goal here is to create a space that supports your success and makes you feel good the moment you walk in the door. Here's your micro habit. Take 3 minutes to tidy one small area like your desk, your kitchen counter, or your nightstand. Set a timer and just clear the space. You'll be amazed at how even a tiny bit of order can shift your mindset. Over time, these small bursts of tidying add up to a home that feels more peaceful, more organized, and more like the haven you deserve. Let's talk about career and business. This is where your ambition shines. Maybe you want to advance in your career, lead with impact, or finally launch that business idea that's been on your heart. The lofty goal is to make a real difference, to grow, to achieve something meaningful in your work. But here's the thing. It's so easy to get caught up in the daily grind, emails, meetings, endless to-do lists, and lose sight of what really moves you forward. So here's a micro habit that can change everything. Before you open up your inbox each morning, jot down your top priority for the day on a sticky note. Just one thing, the task that, if accomplished, would make the biggest difference. This tiny act takes less than 3 minutes, but it sets the tone for your whole day. It keeps you focused on what matters most instead of getting swept away by the urgent but unimportant. Now, personal development and leisure. This is about growth, learning, and making time for what lights you up, whether that's reading, creativity, or just having fun. The lofty goal is to keep evolving, to stay curious, and to nurture your sense of joy and fulfillment. But let's be honest, when life gets busy, personal growth and leisure are again one of the things first to go. So here's a micro habit you could try. Read 1 page of a book or listen to 3 minutes of an inspiring podcast during your commute or lunch break. That's it. You don't need an hour-long block of free time. Just a few minutes a day adds up to dozens of books read, new skills learned, and a mindset that's always expanding. And finally, finances and wealth. Financial freedom isn't just about having more money. It's about feeling secure, confident, and in control of your resources. The lofty goal is to achieve peace of mind and the ability to make choices that align with your values. So how do you get there, especially if money feels stressful or overwhelming? Start with this micro habit. Spend 3 minutes reviewing your bank app or tracking a single expense each day. No spreadsheets required. Just a quick check-in to build awareness. Over time, this tiny habit helps you spot patterns, make better decisions, and feel more empowered about your financial future. Now, I want you to really hear this. Every big achievement is just a series of tiny habits stacked up over time. Your dreams, no matter how big, are absolutely within reach, one small action at a time. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to start right where you are with what you have and commit to showing up for yourself in these small, consistent ways. Imagine what your life could look like a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, if you just kept stacking these micro habits day after day. The relationships you'll strengthen, the energy you'll build, the peace you'll create in your home, the progress you'll make in your career, the growth you'll experience, and the confidence you'll gain with your finances. It all starts with 3 minutes. So as you listen, I invite you to pick one domain that feels most important or perhaps neglected to you right now. Start with just one micro habit and let yourself experience the ripple effect. Because you are capable of incredible things, and it begins with a single, simple step. And let's talk about what really happens when you commit to something small every single day. I'd like to introduce you to Sarah. She's a VP at her company and a mom of 3, with a calendar that's always packed and a to-do list that never ends. Like so many of us, Sarah felt stretched thin, always putting her own needs and dreams last. We chatted and came up with something different. Instead of aiming for a huge overhaul, we talked about committing to just 3 minutes of journaling before bed. That's it. No elaborate routine, no pressure to write pages, just a few honest lines about her day, her thoughts, or what she was grateful for. For her, at first, it felt almost too simple to matter. But she stuck with it night after night. Within a month, Sarah noticed a shift. She wasn't just less stressed. She was more present for her family, and she started making bolder moves at work. That tiny nightly habit gave her space to reflect, recharge, and reconnect with what she wanted for herself. She found herself saying yes to opportunities she would have overlooked before and no to things that drained her energy. This is the ripple effect of tiny commitments. It's not the size of the action. It's about proving to yourself every single day that you matter. When you honor those small promises, you build trust in yourself, and that's what leads to real lasting change. So if I've inspired you and you're feeling that spark, that sense that, yes, you're ready to make a change, even if it's a small one, I want to invite you to take the next step with me. I put together something special for you. It's called the 7-Day Consistency Challenge, and it's completely free. This isn't just another checklist or a bunch of tips that you'll forget by tomorrow. This is a week-long experience designed to help you build real momentum. Every day, for 7 days, you'll get a short, actionable email from me. Each one will guide you to take a simple 3-minute step in one of the 6 key domains we talked about today: family, health, your environment, career, personal growth, and finances. You'll also get gentle accountability and encouragement, so you're not doing this alone. These are the exact strategies I use with my clients, the women who are juggling careers, families, and big dreams just like you. And I've seen firsthand how these small, consistent actions can help you reclaim your time, your energy, and your sense of possibility. Imagine what it would feel like to finish out next week knowing you actually kept a promise to yourself, even if it was just for 3 minutes a day. So if you're ready to prove to yourself what's possible, I want you to head over to timeforliving.co/challenge and sign up right now. Don't let another week slip by where your dreams are the first things to get put on hold. This is your invitation to start, and I'll be cheering you on every step of the way. Before we wrap up, I want you to remember this. You are not here to live on autopilot. You are here to create, to lead, to thrive. Consistency isn't about being perfect or never missing a day. It's about showing up for yourself again and again in ways that honor your ambition and your humanity. When you choose to keep those small promises to yourself, you build a foundation for the life you truly want. And here's what's coming up in our next episode. I'm going to show you how to take those new habits and turn them into unstoppable momentum. We'll talk about how to keep it going, even when motivation fades, and how to make sure you never lose sight of your dreams again. If you've ever struggled to stick with something, or if you're ready to finally see progress, you won't want to miss it. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see what you create, one habit at a time. Hey friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Time for Living podcast today. If this episode inspired you to take action and save time, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a written review and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach even more amazing people like you. If you know a friend who needs to hear this message, share this episode with them. And remember, your time is precious, so make every moment count. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep living, and keep making time for what matters most.